Hi, this is Susan Jacobs from Samson Properties. I just wanted to talk to you about listing your house today. The very first process that we're going to go through is getting a professional photographer in there to take photos of the house because we want to have a virtual tour. We'll be doing virtual open houses and virtual showings, and we want to make sure that the house shows as well as what we can. So when the photographer comes, he is not allowed to touch anything, so we need your help. Let's start on the outside. Pick up all the newspapers, put away the hose that might be laying out there, any kids' toys or bikes, put those all in the garage. Make sure the garage door is closed and make sure the cars have been pulled out of the garage. As we come up to the front door, how does it look? Do you need to paint the front door or change the doorknob? These are things that will just help to increase that first impression. Once you get into the foyer, regardless of how big or small the foyer is, we want to make sure that we give it the appearance of space. So make sure that if you've got coats hanging on hooks or shoes or a little throw carpet in the foyer, take that stuff and put it all away. Check the light bulb. If the light bulb needs to be replaced, this is the time to do it. In the living room, you want to make sure that you've got all the blinds open. You want to make sure that if you got any blankets laying around, that you put those away. Anything that's laying on the counters or the coffee table, take and put those away as well. As you go into the dining room, same thing. You want to make sure that everything is put away, nothing on the table, no tablecloth or anything like that. Make sure that if it's a small dining room, maybe you need to take a leaf out of the table if at all possible. If you've got 8 chairs, maybe you just put 6 chairs and take the other couple chairs and maybe go put them in a closet or something. Again, just creating space and openness. You want to make sure all the blinds in there or the curtains are open as well. As you move into your kitchen, that's another place that you want to make sure everything is off the counters. No coffee pots, no mixers, nothing sitting on the counters. Make sure it's all put away. Make sure there's the trash can, pet bowls, all those kind of things are out of sight along the trash can. Make sure that if you've got any kind of, again, carpets on the floor, that you pick those up for now. Make sure that your counters shine. Make sure your stove has nice and shiny, and wipe down the refrigerator. Make sure there's no finger marks on that as well. So going into your family room, that's another place where it's a very comfortable space, and we all have a tendency to have glasses sitting around or electronics. Make sure all that stuff is put away. Make sure everything, if you have glasses anywhere, the kitchen or in the family room, make sure they're all put in the dishwasher or put away, washed and put away. In the family room also, make sure the TV is turned off. If you've got computers in there, make sure if they're desktop that the computer screens are off as well. If you've got a laptop, make sure that's folded up and put away for the photos as well. Make sure all the blinds are open. If you've got a fireplace, make sure the fireplace is off, not on. Ceiling fans, if you got ceiling fans anywhere in the house, make sure that they've been dusted. Make sure that they have light bulbs. Again, you want to make sure things are nice and bright. You also want to make sure that the ceiling fans are not going. So they need to be in the off position. Once we move into the master bedroom and the bathroom, we'll find lots of personal stuff in those rooms. And this is a time that you need to put everything away, box it up, put it under the bed, put it in the closet, but make sure your counters in your bathroom are free of any personal hygiene stuff. Make sure the shower is free of all kinds of bottles and whatnot in there. Make sure you clean the doors and the counters and the mirrors, of course. In your closet, depending upon the size of your closet, you may or may not want to photograph it. If you do want to photograph it because it's a fairly good size space, then make sure everything, if you've got any folded sweaters or shirts or anything, shoes, make sure they're all on the rack nicely in nice, neat order. Make sure that, all your clothes are on hangers, hanging properly. So make sure that it just looks good. If there's anything on the floor, try to get it off the floor. Maybe tuck it under the bed or whatnot. If you do put stuff under the bed, please be sure to make sure you can't see it. So because you don't want it in the photos as well. So just keep in mind that you want to make sure all the blinds are open in the house. Make sure in the bathroom the toilet seats are put down. Make sure all the lights are on in all of the rooms as well, no matter how bright it is. Make sure all the lights are on as well. So that's about what you need to do to help to prepare for your virtual open house and your virtual showings, so that when the photographer comes, all this stuff is all ready to go and he can just whiz right through there, and that way you can get him in and out as quickly as possible. Again, this is Susan Jacobs with Sampson Properties. If you need any help in preparing your house for showing, please give me a call. I can be reached at 703-347-4418. Again, Susan Jacobs with Sampson Properties. I can also be reached via email at susan@susanojacobs.com. Have a great day and happy home selling.